Welcome to the Interrogation True Crime Comedy Podcast. I'm Corey David. I'm very excited to have our guest with us today. We are recording from a hotel room, which she did not plan on doing. So it looks amazing in here. It looks exactly like how a touring comics hotel room should be.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
I would say even a little nicer.
Yeah, definitely nicer. I can definitely tell what side of the room you're staying on and what side of the room Sam is staying on. But my guest today is one of my favorite comics. Give it up for Xazmin Garza, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you're coming in from New York, right?
Yes.
Yeah, fun.
We just flew in yesterday.
And you went to Red Rocks last night.
Amazing. Head in the Heart concert. Spectacular experience. My Denver trip so far is perfect.
Have you done any edibles yet or smoked some weed?
Smoked some weed. Yeah,
Okay,
I got apple fritter minis.
That's the funny thing about it to me is that you can just get like like whatever flavor you want.
Yeah,
like a candy shop.
No idea what that means, but I was feeling good last night.
Does it for real taste like an apple fritter?
No. Feels like one though.
Yeah, that's the thing is it's actually not a flavor, it's a nostalgia. It's just like this brings me back to a time where I enjoyed a nice apple fritter on a fall day in upstate New York.
Oh yeah, I was having thoughts in that concert, man. I'm serious. It was taking me back to like poetry I wrote in the 8th grade and shit.
Really?
You know? Yeah.
Really having a deep spiritual experience.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you guys smoked a little bit of weed at the show last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you should.
Yeah, drank. It was fucking amazing.
I told you got to be fucking careful though. I know like the beers hit you twice as fucking hard out here as they do back in the lowlands, back at sea level.
Right.
And the weeds always tends to be way stronger. But I mean, how's the weed scene in New York these days anyway? I mean, it's decriminalized now, right? But they don't have like shops and stuff.
Actually, you can get it at like most bodegas, dude.
What?
I just found that out recently.
Oh,
yeah.
It was like a secret that you just were privy to like in the past couple weeks?
Exactly, yeah. And like all the smoke shops, they all sell it.
Yeah, but it's like not.
But when I say smoke shops,
displayed.
the places, no, it's not displayed. No,
Yeah.
I'm talking the places that have all the pipes in front and all that shit. You know,
all the accessory places that you used to have to go to, like a head shop, right?
Yes.
I love that it's still a bit under the cover of darkness. You know,
Yeah.
you have to know a guy, or you got to ask
But
for what the stash is.
unlike Denver, you can straight up smoke it right in front of a cop, and it's fine. It's anywhere where you can smoke a cigarette.
Really?
You can smoke your weed. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that takes a little bit out of the element of danger away from it.
Yeah.
I have a friend that he does like a bit about it, but it's just essentially just like weed just stopped being cool because it's not like dangerous anymore.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's so like docile now. It's like it
Yeah.
used to be fun because you'd have to show up in like a Pizza Hut parking lot at like 9 o'clock at night and buy something from a guy in a two-tone Dodge Neon.
Yeah.
You know, it felt shady.
Yeah. Yeah. There was definitely a high element of coolness to that. You know?
Yeah.
Like, do you know a guy, man?
Right.
Then you do a thing and be like, yeah, we're going to smoke later. Does anyone smoke? You
Uh-huh.
know? And it was like a few people who did. I remember my friend, I didn't want her to know I smoked weed for the longest time. It was a secret.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to judge me.
It makes you a bad person.
This is like, 12 years ago or
Okay.
something like that.
I was going to say, if it's now, you need to get better friends, dude.
No, yeah. But that New York rule about where you can smoke, when I first came to Denver, everyone associates Denver with weed, right?
Yeah.
And so a year ago, I came here for a wine classic. It was in Vail, Colorado, actually. I came here for a wine classic. It's all these like hoity-toity Real Housewives type women. Yeah. And I just lit up because I'm thinking, it's Denver, bro. It's Denver. Everyone's coming over. What are you doing, man? What's going on?
Right.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you just look like a heathen
Yeah.
in this nice establishment.
Yes, exactly.
We have rules here. Well, that's the thing. Is like, so I haven't seen you since the Vail Comedy Festival, which was an awesome time. But it is a very different Colorado, for sure. Like, everybody that's up there is their shit don't stink. Democrat in the streets, Republican in the sheets, kind of people. So they're all blazing at their house, but then as soon as they see you do it in public, they're just like, look at that baddie. Look at that terrible person.
Yeah. Anytime you do something that they don't dare to do or that they don't do on the regular, there's a problem, you know?
Yeah, right. But it's just they all do it. They just don't want to admit. It's like that they don't like, it's like religious people. They don't like admitting that they do bad shit, so they just cover it up and hide it, and they just all just like festers inside of them. So they have to smoke more weed, I think.
Yeah.
Possibly. I don't know. All right, so let's get into the show. We're going to read some dumb crimes that other people have committed and see where we come up with these. Other than these crimes, I do have to say every story that is told on this show is alleged. These are all made up so that you guys can just have a fun experience listening to the show. Things are fabricated, so even if there are elements of truth to the story, hopefully nobody gets arrested. So, man arrested for stealing TVs from Walmart and then selling them in the parking lot. No effort was made. None.
I love it.
He could have even just gone to the next parking lot.
That's confidence.
Yeah. I mean, I'll show you a picture of the guy.
Yeah. I want to.
He exudes confidence.
Oh, damn.
He's got neck and face tattoos like you wouldn't believe.
Shit.
I mean, I wouldn't get him. But
yeah.
How lazy do you have to be to take the effort to steal the TVs?
Yeah. I don't know if it's laziness. I think it's how bad is your addiction problem?
Yeah.
You can't, you know what I mean? You can't be bothered to go somewhere else, to go 20 feet away.
I just love the idea or the image of he's just like set up next to the Girl Scouts. You know, and they're why would you want some of these bullshit cookies when I got a 60-inch plasma right here?
Does he say like what the markdown was or?
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, because that's the thing too. Is like, what kind of discount is he offering?
Yeah.
There's nothing about the price in here, but it says Knoxville man was arrested Saturday for stealing televisions and selling them in the parking lot. Officers responded to the Walmart around 9 p.m. So it's late night. It's people that are like, who's going shopping for a TV at 9 o'clock at night?
If it's 50% off, I would become a TV shopper in that moment. You know what I mean? If I go there and he's like, hey, I have this dope big screen, you know, whatever.
Yeah, if you just stumble upon a deal, yeah. I get it. That's why Target's a trap, right? You can't go in there without spending a lot more money. But at the same time, I just don't understand, like, how much of a discount it was. And I'm also used to this being like a back of a truck situation. He didn't even put it in the truck.
Yeah.
I just but didn't even try. Afterwards, Kirkland told officers he had stolen 3 TVs, a karaoke machine, and camping equipment. So he was thinking about his living situation.
Yeah.
And he just wanted to host dope karaoke parties in
that tent.
So this guy's nothing else. It's cool. Like, he's a cool guy. Yeah. Because I can't imagine, like, how much are you even getting for these TVs?
I want to know what his record is, too. Like, what's the crime that he typically dabbles in, you know? I
mean, buying illicit drugs has to be up there. I don't even know what the meth or crack equivalent to a nice TV would be. Like, I'm not good with meth or crack amounts at all. I really don't know that much about it.
Luckily, I am. Yeah. Okay. No.
Well, that's why I'm the expert on the show. I had a guy, I was like in downtown Denver, and somebody asked me for money, and I was like, yeah, sure, man, but like, what are you going to use it for? And he's like, oh, I'm going to go buy some crack. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I do like a lot of different drugs, but that's one I don't know much about. So I said, just out of curiosity, how much does crack cost?
Yeah.
And he told me the price. This was a couple years ago, and I just remember thinking, that's not that bad. You know, I spend more than that on coffee in a week, so who actually has a problem here?
Do you remember?
I want to say he said he could get high for like $20, and I don't know what that meant, like in terms of like actual measurement.
How much he needs and all that, yeah.
Yeah, but if it could be just like a truckload. He's like, no, I can get a lot for 20. It's just that's what it takes for me to get high these days.
I love that you had a conversation with this guy.
I'm always curious. I'm very curious, especially with the riffraff. But so then the funny part to me was that he kept talking to me, and he was like, I'll tell you another thing. The value of crack hasn't changed in 10 years. And I was like, that's a stable thing that the economy could be based off of. Like, that's better than Bitcoin, dude.
He's like, this is a great investment. If you want to put your money somewhere for your addiction, and this is where to put it, you know?
Yeah, be smart.
Everything
like
else,
me.
the price is nuts.
Yeah.
You know, it's gone up so much.
Everything's gone up.
Like, how much did you used to pay for like an eighth of weed when
I
you
want to
first
say $35.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, and then at certain points it probably got up to 40 or 50.
Yeah.
Drugs are the only thing that have held their value or gotten cheaper. Right? Weed's cheaper now.
I don't buy a lot of. I smoke weed.
Yeah, you're a girl. You don't buy a lot of weed.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, that's exactly. That's exactly
like me, just managing your supply for your entire life.
I remember when I first got a divorce, I was like, I have to buy weed now.
Oh, no.
Shit. Yeah.
Just didn't have that in the settlement.
Oh, yeah.
You still have to. I've become accustomed to a certain lifestyle.
Yes, Chris Rock. Yeah.
So would you buy a TV off this guy?
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
The price was right.
I don't care.
Yeah.
If you're giving me an awesome deal, yes. And it was like in the box and everything,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, oh, I had no idea. I didn't know.
Yeah. How would I know?
Yeah.
He seemed like an honest guy. This was a good. We shook hands. Yeah. This was an honest deal. All right. This one's a little less of a crime, but just interesting nonetheless. Woman who had baby with serial killer, 40 years older than her, didn't care about his past. I'm just saying, I've been accused of like smaller red flags than this.
Yeah.
So I guess what would it take for you to not to like be in love with the serial killer?
Okay. IVF is very expensive.
What's IVF?
In vitro fertilization.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So the only
Yeah, I'm an
justification I can have for this is this lady needed some sperm.
Uh-huh.
Like really. And she was just
sperm
like,
banks are too
what?
expensive.
I don't care about your history. Just let's do it, you
Yeah.
know? But they were in love.
Yeah, he's got good genes.
Yeah, I know. Just pray that the kid has your. We don't even want him to have her mental ability if she's making decisions like that.
If they have the kid and they did get his genes, then at least like he could probably wind up with his father like eventually. Wouldn't even have to worry about visitation. You know, they could maybe get a cell together. That seems like a romantic story, a Disney classic, if you will. A father son in the same cell together, just talking about all the Does the son then want to, or daughter? Don't want to exclude. Even though statistically it's typically men. Does the son also become like a serial killer, kind of like Dexter style?
Oh God, that would almost be like poetic.
Yeah,
you know?
and then the mom is just like, listen, your dad's not that hot, but I love what he does.
Yeah,
I'm very
following
into
a chip off the old block. Oh my God.
Yeah, why? What is it about women that like, and I guess some men too, but they are drawn to like dating somebody in prison?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like quality women too, you know?
Yeah, is like Tinder that rough these days?
I don't know what it is. It's like I'm watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, and one of them, she's rich, she's beautiful. She's in love with a guy who was in prison and just got out of prison. I'm just like, there's all these free men here, you know? I don't get it.
Not dangerous enough.
Actually, I do know what it is.
What's up?
Okay? It's because when they're in prison, they're at their most desperate.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? So the promises that they're making to you and the declarations that they're saying are just the most beautiful, like I'm talking Shakespearean type shit, you know? When I was younger, I had friends whose boyfriends were in jail. They were locked up, and they'd be like, he's telling me this, he's telling me that.
Of course.
And yeah, exactly, because they're so fucking desperate,
Yeah,
you
the guy's
know?
jerking off into a tube sock right
Yes,
now.
yes.
Drinking toilet wine. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course he's going to tell you everything to stick around.
And he means it in that moment. He truly believes it.
You're never
know?
catching somebody at their more vulnerable state.
Yeah. So that's what. And then the second they have freedom, they're like, oh, fuck all that shit. Never mind. You know.
Yeah, they're taking the route that the other person should have the whole time. They're like, what are you talking about? There's women and men running all over this place. What were you coming to see me for? Yeah, this was a wasted opportunity. This is a you problem. Now, this wasn't even on me to begin with.
Right. Or they want an open relationship.
Hey, now that I've got some options that don't involve fucking Bobby and Jorge, can I?
Have you heard about polyamory or whatever? Polyamory? It's this new thing. It's great.
I found God and polyamory as hell. So the couple appeared on a Netflix documentary, Inside the World's Toughest Prisons, where Elena explained their relationship, saying she didn't feel any guilt as she hadn't committed her husband's crimes. Well, I don't know why you'd feel guilty. I don't even know why that comes into question.
Yeah.
But I also, of course, I do not wish this on anyone. And if it happened to my family, I would punish that person. But I didn't do anything.
Wow.
So, yeah, but I mean, if you show up to like a dinner party with your spouse and your spouse decides to fall on the floor and insult everybody and be racist, you can't be, well, I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to own that a little.
The thing is, the issue is that she's continuing the line. You know what I mean? No one's saying, you feel guilty for being with him? No. You know, it's guilty for reproducing him.
Yeah.
You know, like
he according so far, other than the jail time, he hasn't done anything wrong. He's like, I got a smoke show wife and we got a kid on the way.
Smoke
There's
show?
Nah. Well,
let me see. Let me see.
For Siberia, I think that's about as hot as it gets.
And that's the guy?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Would you bang him?
Oh, absolutely not. and
give the guy a chance.
Serial killer that he looks like he has Werther's in his cardigan
How
pocket
do you think
right
he lured
now.
so many people? He killed 40 people.
No shit.
Who's
Yeah.
Everybody's a sucker for a Werther's.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I could be lured. I could be suckered just as much as the next guy.
Ted Bundy had a very trusting face. They like polled people and they said that they all agreed that they would trust this man.
Yeah.
You know?
Trust me, I get a lot of those comparisons.
Yeah.
People assume a lot of things about me
I
terms
bet.
of, serial killer tendencies. I think I could start a cult. I don't know about the serial killer thing. I'm not good with blood.
Yeah.
That's really it.
Yeah. You do have a face like that. I understand why the crack guy approached you for money.
Yeah.
You know?
Is it a welcoming face?
Yes.
Yeah, but it could be bad. It could be bad.
It could turn. It could turn very quickly, like the shit that you have in a drawer at home. You know, I don't want to know.
Oh, you found my teeth collection?
Yeah.
Just kidding. I stole it from a dentist's office. Cool. So that wraps up our little crime report, police blotter, if you will. So you got a story for us about a time that the police were potentially involved in a part of your life?
Okay. So when I was a teenager, my friend taught me how to shoplift. Like really fucking well.
Oh, good.
Okay, we had a whole operation going where, I grew up in Utah. I was this Mexican, like I looked like a chola kind of.
And you're already out of your element because of the Mormon population there. So like, were you raised Mormon?
No.
Okay, so you're Mormon and you're Hispanic, so you already don't fit the mold in town anyway.
And the way I dressed and shit, we would do it at Nordstrom, okay? And Nordstrom was the fanciest place in Utah to shop.
Yeah.
We'd go there, but she taught me like we can't dress the way we normally dress. We can't look the way.
How are you normally dressed?
I looked kind of like a chola, My hair was just like that long, and like the darkened outline on the lips.
Oh,
and
for real?
Yeah.
You were
okay?
you were the full character.
So she made me look like I belonged there, like I should be shopping there.
And what does that look like?
It was just a lot of Calvin Klein, no fucking gel in my hair, just natural, very natural makeup and shit, neutrals.
Did it
even down to the perfume? She had expensive ass Gucci perfume. Wow. She was like, here, yeah.
So you passed the smell test too.
Exactly.
Yeah, because they can always tell when you ruffians are coming into.
If
the
I
store.
came in smelling like Taboo that you can get at Walgreens, Taboo really was what I wore. I'm not kidding you.
I
if
wore
I smelled like that,
body spray for forever.
they'd be like, call the crime unit right now.
Something's amiss.
Yeah. So we'd go in there, and her whole thing was talk like we spend a lot of money and shit, So we just had this casual conversation. Character.
How old were you at the time?
18.
18. Okay, so you're a little older because I'm just imagining like 16-year-olds just talk like we have money.
Yeah. It was like I don't even remember what the conversations were, but so we're just kind of yelling stuff across, and then they'd be like on us. So, what can I get you? Can I get you? Let me start a room for you, And they would be like totally into it. So she taught me we would go to the most expensive, the designer departments, and we would look for something that was very like small but very expensive.
Sure.
And then we'd be talking in the dressing room. We'd fold it up really tight, put it in the shopping bag in like shoe boxes.
Okay.
We'd have empty shoe boxes.
So you had a plan.
Put it in there, yeah. And then we would leave, just like the fucking guy with the
TVs.
With the TVs, it got to the point where I would go straight from the designer department straight to the return counter. I swear to God.
Wouldn't even leave the store?
No.
Just
no. I'd be like, I got this as a gift. I'd like to return it. Yeah. So I'm getting this little tank top.
Like the easiest crime to solve in the entire world.
Yes. They're like, here's your $300.
How much? So how often were you doing this?
Once a week.
Once a week?
Once a week.
So you guys, and when you're 18, like that's some good money.
I started doing it because I couldn't, it was the first time I was out on my own and I couldn't pay my bills. And I'll never forget, she called me and I was crying. She's like, what's wrong? I was like, I don't have enough money for rent. And she was like, I'm going to come over and we've got
a heist.
We're going to do something about that. Because I had a car. She didn't. So she was like, you can help me, I can help you.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's how a
so
good partnership
I ended
works.
up getting thousands, you know, and it got to the point where they finally caught on.
Okay.
So we were on their list. They had like pictures of us in the back and shit,
Oh,
you know?
shit.
Yeah. And I finally stopped before we got busted.
Wow, good.
And
Good
then-
for you. Yeah,
and
you
then-
really turned a new leaf.
Yeah.
Wanted something new in life.
And then like 5 years later, I moved back to Utah. Me and her started hanging out again. First time we hang out, we go to Nordstrom. And I was like, fuck, okay, it's just so easy.
Wait, what? So wait, were you going back to Nordstrom to steal more shit, or you were like, hey, we're doing better in life now? Let's
I
go to
was
Nordstrom
really
and
just
buy
I was
stuff?
just gonna get some lipstick at the MAC counter, okay? Homegirl was like, let me take care of something real quick. She goes to the department. She's up to her old ways still, like not even up to her old ways. She just never stopped, you know. And so I'm like, let me just squeeze something in. I just
for the
took
fun
a
of it.
little tube top, and I'm walking out. This bitch grabs me by the arm, and she's like, no, you're not going anywhere.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And she took me in this back room. There's my friend, my homegirl, getting all they had taken all the stuff out of her bag. She's like, I don't know what this is about. This is bullshit.
Oh my God.
She's already in the mode.
Good
you
for
know
her,
what
though.
I mean?
Good
yeah.
for not admitting
She
a
knew.
thing.
She knew. And I was just like, oh my God, we're in so much trouble. We had to fucking go to the crime court, petty theft court or something
Is that
like
in
that.
the mall? Do they have like a mall? Is it like they have at the mall has their own courtroom?
Yeah.
They got a little mini prison
It's
in
like-
there.
It's right behind Forever 21.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
This guy tried to loot Annie Ann's.
that would be great.
Yeah. So what are you spending this money on, by the way?
I was spending it on
College.
shit. I was no, legit. I was spending it on the bills that I had to pay.
Yeah.
And I bought my mom a Dooney and Bourke handbag.
This
for
is the way
Christmas.
crime is supposed to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not hurting anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can, I'm a big advocate of steal from major corporations.
And you know what?
Fuck 'em.
Fucking, that was exactly my logic, okay? And I'll never forget when I first went into Nordstrom when I was like 13 years old, and I just felt like, oh my God, I don't belong here because the way they were treating me.
Yeah.
They were treating me like, little girl, get out of here.
Yeah, like
you
you don't
know?
belong.
Yes.
So they're
Yes.
bullies.
So I
But we
was
don't
just
like
like,
bullies.
I did not feel bad at all,
Yeah.
okay?
As you shouldn't. That's the thing, is like, if a crime really isn't hurting anybody, I still think it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with that. And I love that, like, just classic crime, it's just out of desperation. You wanted to pay for some stuff, and you helped your mom.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Yeah.
All right, so the fallout of this was, did they still have your picture up, like, in the store? Like, from however many years?
I doubt it.
I doubt it, yeah.
But they had hers. They had hers.
No, okay,
That's
so
why
she-
we
that's
got
the thing.
busted. They
So
were
she-
looking for her.
Yeah, because she kept doing it.
Uh-huh.
So you must have been stoked that you were, like, back in action. You were
Yeah,
"It's
she
the
was like, the
gang.
duo is back again, the dynamic duo, you know?
We're back at it.
Ah, shit. Yeah, but it got ruined immediately. And I learned my lesson, so I was like,
Yeah, no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
need to be that
fucking
kind of person anymore.
adult, yeah.
This life's behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just feels like worse. I still like stealing stuff from time to time, but it's mostly, I'm very like strategic in the sense of it's mostly those like airport markets. You know, like the Hudson News or whatever.
Yeah.
If I'm just going to get a Cliff, I'm just going to go grab a Cliff Bar.
Yeah.
These people don't care.
And it's also like there's usually no one manning the station
No.
where I'm like, do you want me to pay for this or not?
Yeah.
Clearly not.
If
Okay.
it's a self-serve kiosk, get the fuck out
Yeah,
of here.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I ain't
Yeah.
for any of
Yeah.
that. I'm not going to do that at like a King Supers or something with like 10 bags of groceries.
Right.
But these guys, it's a busy airport.
Yeah.
Who's going to know? Little beef jerky goes missing?
I'm too honest now. I've never ever stolen a single thing since that moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I used to steal a lot of stuff too, but it was when I was a teenager, and I didn't need the money or anything. I was one of those kids that hated authority, and life was so boring in the burbs that I just needed something.
Some kind of thrill.
I needed to get a little bit of a high off of it. And I remember, this is terrible, but I'd stolen a little bit of money out of my aunt's purse, and she set me up. Like, she knew that
you
like,
stole it?
stuff's been going missing or whatever. And so I get home, and she calls immediately, and she's just like, talks to my mom, and she's like, I need Corey to come back down here right now with my $50 that he took out of the purse.
50! Holy shit, how old were you?
Probably 16. Maybe younger than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a little younger than that. I tried to blame it on my Uncle Bill. I tried to.
Oh, Oh, damn.
I was like, Bill's a shiesty character.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Not this innocent boy. Not this sweet face.
Yeah.
Why would he ever do anything this heinous or terrible?
Yeah. So how? Oh God.
Oh, I was grounded for forever. Grounded
shame.
for forever. I think I had a trip planned to go see a friend in like Chicago or something, and that had to get canceled. But it didn't stop. Like, I took my parents' car a lot. That was like before I was 16.
Yep.
I would
Me
just
and my friends did that too. This is you grew up here, right?
No, I grew up in New York. I grew up in upstate New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Syracuse.
Yeah, I grew up in Utah, and it was like we would steal our parents' cars all the time when we were 15, 14.
Yeah.
You know, that was the move.
Mm-hmm. And I would, even though I would get caught sometimes, like as soon as I was done being like grounded or whatever, I would like take it again.
Oh yeah, it was such a thrill.
It was exhilarating.
There was nothing that there was a higher high than that.
Meanwhile, I can barely see over the steering
Yeah,
wheel. You know, I'm just like, hello, officer. Good to be white today. You know what I mean? I'm glad I don't have to worry about that bullshit.
I was always chosen to be the driver because I matured the fastest. I looked the oldest out of my friends, you know?
Yeah, you looked like the most responsible, or at least just like she looks like she's at least 16.
I could pass for 16. Yes.
Yeah. We started, isn't really a stealing story, but we like also started going to the casino near us when we were 16 years old because it was an 18 plus casino that didn't serve any alcohol, and they didn't ID anybody at the door. So we would steal my parents' car and then drive to the casino, which was like 40 minutes away. And we would gamble until somebody either came up to us and asked for an ID or we wanted to leave or whatever. But they would still let you cash out.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough, they're like, we need to see your ID. And then
Wow.
and then I'd be like, oh, sorry, I left my wallet in the car, so that way I don't take out more money other than what I brought in. They're like, you're pretty smart. I'm like, thank you. I'm going to graduate high school in 2 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved. When I was a kid, I liked to steal stuff a lot, and then it just kind of tampered down like quite a bit. Like we stole people's calculators in high school too. I don't know if you ever did that, like the nice ones. Like the Texas Instrument ones that do like scientific equations and stuff.
Okay.
It was bad. It was stupid. We'd sell them on eBay for like $50 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like when I got to college, like all of that just kind of like stopped. I think it was definitely like the people that I was hanging out with and the friends and stuff. And as soon as it's like your friend, you know, like when you're back in town, you're like, let's do some hood rat shit, right? But then as soon as you kind of leave that group, you're like, I'm not going to just do this for the sake of doing it.
Or introduce your new friends to it. Be like, hey, man, I have this little, you know, that's like a shameful thing.
I got this thing. I got a racket. You want to be a part of it? No.
Let's get these TI calculators.
Yeah. So I just out of curiosity, so I was raised Mormon. I don't know if you remember that.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. So I grew up like about an
God.
hour from where the church was founded. So I'm very familiar with like the church and have been to Utah plenty of times.
I did not know.
Did you ever feel like you were treated like worse or kind of accused of things because you weren't Mormon? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had friends who couldn't sleep over at my house because we weren't Mormon. And the thing that they would always say, and a lot of people, by the way, tell me that Mormons in Utah are the fucking worst.
Oh,
Mormons outside of Utah are more chill, you know?
Better, yeah, for sure.
But the thing that they would always say was, because we're so little, they don't know. They just know what their parents are telling them. They would say, it's because your parents smoke and drink.
Oh, yeah.
It's because your parents smoke and drink. My parents were so fucking strict, okay? They never... Cigarettes was never a thing. Drinking, never. I never had seen my parents like drink until I got older, you know. So if anything, they were the most safe at my house than anywhere else, you know.
Dad's secretly drinking in the bathroom, sneaking whiskey
Has
or something.
a porn addiction. He's like with his magazines or whatever,
exactly.
you know. Yeah,
that's where you're going to get in all the trouble is actually at the Mormons people's house.
To be honest, one of my best friends who I slept over at her house all the time, she was Mormon. There was a child molester in her house.
Checks
you
out.
know?
Yeah.
And so it's like the whole like self-righteous thing of no, you can't go over there because they're not Mormon, but what's happening in their own fucking household was just a nightmare.
They're so much more judgmental in Utah, particularly because it's so ingrained in the culture there. You know, it's the teachers at school, it's the people that are in political offices, it's the people that run companies. It's all like this
all the gatekeepers, all the social.
Yeah, it's all a big charade. And a lot of people don't even actually believe in the church, but they're members of the church because it like improves their social standing.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, which is really fucked up.
You know something that's dope is that since the like onset of social media and everything that we have access to on the internet, so many more people in Utah are growing up and seeing the real truth, you know, not choose the right, you know, they're seeing the real truth and leaving the
you
church.
Don't still have a CTR?
Never did, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, there's more access to the internet is making it easier for people to learn more and communicate more with others, especially ex-Mormons, right? So it makes it a little safer of a community so people can all air out their grievances and feel like they're not like totally alone. Because I have friends that are like excommunicated from their family. Not excommunicated from their families, but like they haven't spoken to them in years.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
It's so sad.
But they're living a life of crime now.
Yeah.
They're like, I couldn't do this shit for years. Now I'm going off the deep end.
Yeah.
That's usually how it works. Well, thanks for joining the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's really great to see you. Thanks for sharing your
too.
story. That is alleged. That didn't actually happen. But plug your social medias. Let people know where they can find you.
Okay. My Instagram is at Xazmini, which is Xazminnie. But my name's pronounced Xazmin. And Twitter is at starts with an X. And please watch my HBO special called Comedy Chingonas.
Hell yeah. You're literally one of the funniest people I've ever seen in my entire life. So check out all of her stuff on social media. Check out the HBO special and look for tour dates when she's around the country. Thank you.